All right, everybody. Hello, and welcome back to Hollow Knight. Welcome to the Queen's Gardens. Where we last left off, we were kind of exploring this lower right side of the Queen's Gardens, but actually, we're going to spend some time going up now. So we've gone down. Last episode, we unlocked this little path, but we didn't explore much up in this direction. So we're gonna go do that now. Yeah, here we go. There's a couple of different things we can do up here. There's specifically one thing that I don't have just yet that I probably would prefer to have before we do something we're about to do. Hopefully that's not too vague for you. But I think we'll be okay. It'll all depend on how well I can perform here. All right, so let's work our way upwards. One thing is true though, the Queen's Gardens definitely has some areas that are a good test of platforming skills. So we will definitely have to perform here and there as we work our way up. And for those of you who don't do a lot of Metroidvania or maybe don't fully understand what I mean, when I say platforming, it's just the ability to maneuver around. So you've got all these platforms here that are changing and some fold, and you have to move your little character around a lot, and that's platforming, is the ability to do that. So we can actually break through this glass here, and there is something this direction, and in order to get up there requires a fair amount of platforming skill. Maybe not to some, but to me it can be difficult. So I'll try to do it, and I will do it eventually, but it may take me one or two tries, and I may have to concentrate throughout. So let's give it a shot here. Just because we've got some stuff in the way that makes it a little bit difficult to get where we're trying to go. But I know we can clear that out. Okay, and this one, we just need to line it up perfectly. Good. Okay. I think we're good here. Yep. All right, we can take those guys out, and I should be able to make it up here. Yes. Oh no. Okay. We made it. All right, so we made it almost first try. I guess we lost one life there, but luckily I made it close enough where the game registered I was up here and let me have it. Now we got to work our way down though. We'll see if we can do that. Shouldn't have too much trouble going down. Okay, cool. But yeah, that's a good example of the platforming. Sometimes the platforming can be difficult. Okay, and now we actually see that we wrap around to an area we've been to before, the green path. So we have been in here, but I don't think we made much progress in that room. There is an essence tree here, but we actually need to go back around the other way to the green path in order to gain access to that. So we'll put that on hold for now, and we're gonna come back down this direction. Oh, okay. So I was actually mistaken. We do not have access to this. We have seen this before. If you'll remember, we saw it in this area early on in the very beginning of the game. We still don't have a way through that, so we're gonna have to work our way backwards through this. Sorry about that. I thought we had what we needed to have, but looks like we don't. No bother though. As long as we can get back through here, we'll move to a new area and start working towards getting access to that. I'm actually trying to remind myself how we do that. There's so many things in this game, you lose track. It happens. But I think for now we've done all we really can do in the Queen's Gardens. Let's take a look at our map here. Yeah, we've unlocked pretty much the whole thing. We can go down right there to the left, but actually before I do that, I kind of want to go... Let me think about the best way to do this. I'll tell you what, let me take a real brief break and get a better game plan. I thought we'd be able to do what it is that I was just heading towards, but yeah, let me remind myself of some things that we might need first, and then I'll connect with you guys here in a second. All right, everybody, I have a game plan for us. We moved locations. We're now over at the King Station. I had to backtrack in my mind the ending of this game and what needed to happen before other things can happen, and yeah, it's a little convoluted to explain, but I've got a game plan for us now. So we're gonna work our way this direction now, and we actually see in this room there's a broken bench and a broken stag bell here, and you can see that it's actually flooded this stag station. Now, this is actually my one grievance with Hollow Knight as a game. This is my one grievance. There's a secret in here that is not very well discovered, not very easily discovered, and it's actually crucial to finishing the game. This first time I played through this, I actually had to have had to get a hint from somebody because I was lost. I didn't know where to go or what to do next, and they told me to come here, and you actually just have to swim through this wall. So there's a little secret here. I don't like this secret. I wish that it was a little clearer, you know, what needed to happen, but hey, I didn't make this game, so they must have had a reason. Let's actually go up here real quick. I don't think, yeah, so that door's closed and that door's closed as well, so we can't go up there just yet, but we'll keep that in mind. We'll go back there eventually. But for now, we've made it to the kingdom's edge. And if you notice some things falling around behind us, and some corpses here and there on these platforms, there is a, just like everything, there's a reason for that. We just don't know what it is yet. And right in here we got our buddy Cornfur. Isn't this a cozy hole? I've been venturing about that wilderness beside here and thought a moment's break was well called for. The landscape's all rather serene on this side of the city, though the inhabitants are as ferocious as ever. Purchase a map. Absolutely. So now we've got a map of the Kingdom's Edge. You can see it actually goes real far up, and then it goes real far out to the right here. Also, a point of note, there's a little opening right here. If you look at that north pointing arrow, there's an opening right there. We'll go check that out as well. But I believe it's just all the way down. Aha. So unfortunately, that opening is not available to us yet. So just wanted to point that out. We will go in that direction at some point, but for now, we're going to go the opposite way. And we run into a couple new creatures in here. These guys are pretty tanky, but they are not the most annoying enemy in this area. That belongs to the guy I just killed, the primal aspid. Probably the most hated enemy in the game. A lot of people don't like the aspids, and there's good reason. They're pretty annoying. I believe there's another aspid up here. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Let's heal up. I'm trying to think. So we could continue going to the right here. And as you can see, there's a bench over there. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and do it. Let's just go do it. Because I believe there's another thing we'll want in there as well. A lot of these I'm just gonna skip through. You know, it's not necessary, and some of these fights can be a little annoying. Not my favorite things to fight, but yeah, here we go. Aha! Does this look familiar, anybody? Nail Master Oro. How did you find me down here where the world ends? Yes, I know why you're here. You came to learn a nail art from the legendary Nail Master Oro. It is the law of the great nail sage that I must pass down my teachings to those who are worthy, but no law forbids me from exacting a payment for my time. If you truly wish to train under me, prove it with Geo. So for this one, we actually have to pay Oro to learn his nail art, but we've got the cash, so let's do it. And we've mastered the dash/. Hold X, concentrating energy into the nail. Release the button while dashing to perform the dash strike. I must say, you are an excellent pupil. Your skill with the nail and your thirst to become stronger, you remind me of my brothers. I have taught you all I can. Go back into the world, traveler, and leave me to my solitude. We'll give Oro a little bow here. And now we can see if we hold down X and then release it. Oh, that was Cyclone. If we dash and release it, then we perform the dash/. There you go. This actually is a bench here. And before we go back this direction, we're actually going to go this way. So while we're here, we may as well go ahead and get this unlocked. All right, so I'll go ahead and tell you, we don't know exactly what this is. And I don't think there's a limit to how much it can be hit, but if you hit it enough, eventually those guys pop out, and I don't have a ton of interest in dealing with them just yet. So in fact, there is a secret right there. I don't know if you could tell when I was standing on it. This platform actually gives out if we use our strike through it. So we're gonna come down here now. Let's heal up. Now this is actually gonna take us to a couple of different areas, so bear with me. It shouldn't take too long, but yeah, there's a couple of spots we can explore while we're down here. I believe we need to work our way up. Yep. And then there's this here. We can go down. Now we can fight that guy, but instead of doing it, we actually want to go through here. So we got it on our second try there. And yeah, pretty straightforward, just working my way through. But there's a lot of little secrets, so you kind of got to be on the lookout for them. I'm going to heal up, but make sure I keep enough soul. And I believe... let me see, how do I want to do this? Aha, there's the wall there. Yeah, so this you can see is a hidden wall here. We can go in here. And we got another one. And another one. And another one right there. Let's grab this geo first. Okay, there we go. We got another one here, but we don't have quite enough soul. There's a little secret here. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to go get a little more. I believe we may have to work backwards just a bit. Yeah, so we can get some from these guys. Okay, so we've got 3 now. Let's see how long that lasts. We'll go back down. Oh, whoa. I've never seen that before. I guess that guy spawns in midair for some reason. All right, we got another one here. We'll go down. Trying to make sure I don't have to use my soul to heal. And we've got another one. And believe it or not, we have another one. I do have a little bit of soul here, so I'll heal up just a little bit. And I think this might be the last one. Yes. So we go real far down and we find this huge geo node, I suppose. It doesn't give you as much as you probably think that it would. It's about 500, but still worth coming to get. It's a fun little area. All right, so now let's work our way back out of here. And this time, where we came down initially, we're gonna work back over to the left side instead of the right side. I'll show you what I mean once we make the climb. Yeah, so right here we came from the room to the left of this into here. We're actually going to go through and to the other side now, so if I can make it. Requires a little bit of precision. There we go. All is well. And yeah, nothing up there. But we're actually gonna work our way into this room. I am gonna take the time to kill this guy because it's worth it a little bit to just move him out of the way. And you can tell just off of that why I typically don't take the time to kill them, because they're very tanky at this point, and we still don't have a lot of damage. You also notice there that we saw some new little enemies, some bees, and yeah, we'll deal with them later. But we're gonna want to go ahead and grab this charm. This is the quick slash, so it's a pretty good charm. And we can actually read the mind of this dead bug back here. He says pure. Quite a large bug there. All right, let's continue up. And if we come up here, yep, then this will unlock a little shortcut for us there. So this is where we started early on. Okay, just to show you a little bit more where we are too. So if you go to the left here and follow this is where we came from here. But now we're actually going to work our way up. So let's do that now. Aha. Interesting. So we have another blocker here. That is interesting. Okay. I guess I forgot about that one as well. To be honest, I was working my way to get through there. But now I don't know how we get... How do we get through there? Okay. I think I know the answer, but before we do that, let's just work our way up through here, because I know... Yeah, there's a hidden wall here. And I believe we have a grub up here. Yep. I'm actually just gonna avoid the aspid because nobody likes aspids. They're too annoying to try and fight consistently. And I believe, if I remember correctly, there's a good number of them in this room. So I think we're just gonna work our way up. Let's go through here. Yeah, so let me go in here and then we'll take a quick look at the map and you'll see we're back in this main room, just a little higher up now. And yeah, let's go ahead and go this way because actually, you know what? I don't know if we want to do this. Oh yeah, this is where we came from. So actually, let's go back in. I thought this would go to a different area, but it doesn't. Okay, let's go back into here. We'll keep working our way upwards. Avoiding the aspids as we go. Let's see. Yeah, okay. I thought that might be a secret wall, but I don't think it is. Okay, I remember a little bit up here now. So we're just still moving upwards and nothing crazy important. But we can discover something. We just need to go the opposite way. Aha, you hear him now. Yep, sure enough. Ardoon. Tiny thing, you climb high. Seek then knowledge of these lands. This ashen place is grave of worm. Once told it came to die. But what is death for that ancient being? More transformation, methinks. This failed kingdom is product of the being spawned from that event. This falling ash is molt, the worm's corpse decaying, endless serene, sad. With its like gone, the world is smaller. Don't mistake, I am not a worm. Too small I am, too many limbs, no foresight like those old things. For a quiet retreat did I climb up here away from spitting creatures. Yes, high up, away from simple minds lost to light. Theirs is a different kind of unity, rejection of the worm's attempts at order. I resist the light's allure, union it may offer, but also a mind bereft of thought. To instinct alone a bug is reduced. Be on your way then. Its rest I'll return to, though in these times of sleep it proves uneasy. Okay, so we've learned a couple of interesting things here, though it may not make sense to you just yet. He's saying that this ash that's falling is the decay of a giant worm that died a long time ago, and this kingdom is the product of the being that was spawned from that. So we'll learn more about that as we go. One more quick note is that we can actually try to dream nail him. And we get something interesting here. One prefers its mind not be pried. It is rather unsettling, rather invasive. Aha, so interestingly, before when we've used our dream nail, we've been able to read the thoughts, but this being seems stronger to have the ability to resist us doing that, which is very interesting. So there is a level of strength that that these bugs have, and yeah, can confirm that that bug is definitely of a higher strength. So yeah, we're starting to learn more about this kingdom as we go. All right, let's work our way back down. I don't think there's much more in these little side rooms. But yeah, I don't think there's anything to go through over there. We're gonna work our way back this way, and I believe, yeah, so we can go up this direction. Aha, here we go. This is what I was looking for before, so I was mistaken. So we are on the right track. All right, so we get to come up here and we get a bench. Nice. We also get a wanderer's journal. All right, before we end this episode, let's explore over here, because there's something we want to do, and I bet you we'll be able to do it before the timing of the episode needs to end. Aha! There's the familiar face, our friend Hornet. What is she doing here? Okay, so you'd pursue the deeper truth. It isn't the one the weak could bear. Prove yourself ready to face it. I'll not hold back. My needle is lethal, and I'd feel no sadness in a weakling's demise. Show me you can accept this kingdom's past and claim responsibility for its future. Interesting. All right, so we get a second Hornet fight. Now, I'll have to remind myself of this fight. As you can tell, I haven't done it in a while, and not a super strong start. Taking a couple of unnecessary hits here and there, but that's okay. As long as we're careful, we should be all right. Okay, let's heal here. Now, this fight can get out of hand pretty quickly. First off, you'll notice that it's definitely more difficult to see with the ash blowing everywhere. And then now she's got some new moves. So these little guys are super frustrating. She'll spawn those a lot. Sometimes she doesn't spawn them as often, but yeah, if she spawns them numerous times, it can be really annoying. All right, I went for a little cheeky heal there. I probably shouldn't have done that, but I got away with it, so I'll take it. All right, here we have an opportunity to heal. We'll take it. Make sure we clear those guys out. Be sure to use our soul abilities whenever we can, because remember, we've got that shaman stone on. All right, getting a little sticky here. Ah, there we go. Okay, we did it. So strong. You could do it if you had the will. But could you raise your nail once, knowing its tragic conception and knowing yourself? Then do it, Ghost of Hallownest. Head onward. Burn that mark upon your shell and claim yourself as king. All right. Very interesting. Very interpretive. So to give you some hindsight, the being that we just interacted with, I forgot his name, but up at the top, he mentioned the death of a worm, and that the ash was that worm decaying, and you can see where it's coming from. This is the giant worm he was discussing. This is the cast off shell. if we come all the way over here to the end, we find the king's brand. Hellenists shall recognize a new order. The kingdom's gates will open. And as soon as we discover the king's brand, this place starts falling apart. We gotta get out of here. Looks like we've been rescued by Hornet. Let's go ahead and check out the king's brand. Marks the bearer as king. Hellenists' ancient places shall open before it. Very cool. All right, so we've supposedly unlocked a door somewhere, and we're also supposedly king. So to fill in a little bit of lore for you guys, the being that we spoke to earlier, he talked about the king was born from the worm's death. So that worm that we just escaped from and got the king's brand from, the king was born out of that. So it's fitting that we would find the king's brand up there, up here at least. Okay, so as the king of Hallownest, I deserve a break. Let's take a break here, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for your continued support. That's all from me for now. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye, guys.